So good evening everyone, welcome to Intradayscreener. Today we are going to discuss about momentum stocks. It is one of the most useful features in Intradayscreener. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. I hope everyone is able to view my screen. So this is the interface of momentum stocks. So before talking about the momentum scans of Intradayscreener, we need to understand the concept behind it. So for that, let's get into the presentation first and come back to the momentum scans later. So by the end of the video, you will be able to understand what is momentum and how to trade using momentum strategy. So firstly, we'll discuss about what is momentum. So in simple terms, it is the speed at which the price changes in a stock or security. If the price is rising or falling rapidly, we can say that the stock is in strong momentum. So let's take an example of three stocks and I'll explain you about the concept. So let's take an example of a stock called ABC, DEF, XYZ. So these are the three stocks that we are going to analyze. Suppose ABC has rallied from 100 to 200 and DEF has rallied from 100 to 150 and XYZ has rallied from 100 to 200, just like ABC stock. So here you could clearly see that ABC has given 100% returns and DEF has given 50% returns and XYZ has given 100% returns. So one thing we need to keep in mind is that the time range that we are observing in each and every stock is same. So that is what you need to keep in mind. So the first point is the speed at which the price changes. So firstly, we need to understand the percentage change in volume in each and every stock. So higher the percentage change in volume for a stipulated period of time, we can say that that specific stock is having highest momentum for that specific period of time. So based on that, you can clearly see that if you rank all these three stocks based on the momentum, you can clearly understand that DEF will be getting third rank. Why? Because it has given the lowest returns when compared to the other two stocks. So if you want to give the momentum rank for the other remaining two stocks, which is ABC and XYZ, we need to find out the speed at which the price was moved in these two stocks. So here you could clearly see in ABC stock, it is in strong momentum. Just by seeing the graph, you can understand. Rather than comparing to XYZ, you can clearly see there is a strong momentum and it is in strong uptrend and it has gained 200. But in XYZ stock, it seems to be some sort of consolidation has happened in this specific stock and has given a sudden spike till 200. So this kind of momentum is not considered to be sustainable and strong. So we would give the first rank to ABC and the second rank goes to XYZ. I hope you guys are able to understand what is momentum. So let's get into the next slide. So now we need to understand how to trade using momentum strategy. So we need to know what is the principle behind momentum strategy. So the principle behind momentum strategy is we see for buying at a high price and we try to sell it even more higher price. But for other swing trades, it could be swing trades or any other positional or swing trades, we try to buy low and sell high. So this is the main difference in the strategy when compared to the other trading strategies. So the next point is the assumption is that if the price of an asset is increasing, it might continue to increase in the upcoming few days of time. So what does this mean? Suppose a stock is being rallied this way continuously. So we will assume that these kind of stocks would perform really well even in the upcoming few days of time as it is in strong momentum. So this is what we do in momentum strategy. So let's get into the next slide. So what are the advantages of using momentum strategy? Potential of higher profits over a shorter period of time. And the second point is you do not have to buy and wait for the stock to gain momentum. So these 2 points suggest the same meaning. So let me explain you with the example. Suppose there is a stock ABC. So you'd like to take the trade based on momentum strategy. Suppose a stock as being rallied this way from 100 to 200. If suppose you got a breakout somewhere at this specific place, so what do we do in swing while we are doing swing trades or positional trades? We try to buy low and sell higher. So this is what we do in swing trades or any other positional trades. We wait for the breakout and we will wait for the specific stock to gain its momentum after the breakout. But in momentum trading, we buy at this specific level. Being said, this specific stock should be in strong momentum earlier. So we'll take the entry at this specific place. We'll be buying at high price and try to sell it even higher. So this is what the difference is between these two strategies. We can clearly see that we are not waiting for the stock to break out and gain the momentum. We're already entering into the stock which is in strong momentum. So within a short period of time, we can expect a strong momentum in these kind of momentum stocks. Before discussing about the momentum strategy, we need to understand four concepts or four terminologies. So let's discuss about each and every terminology one by one. Firstly, we need to discuss about stock momentum rank. So what does it mean? It measures the momentum of a stock based on its past returns. Higher the returns, lower the rank. So what does this mean? Suppose let's take an example of a stock called ABC and XYZ. It has rallied from 100 to 200 and XYZ stock has rallied from 100 to 150. I have already explained you while discussing about the momentum concept earlier. I'll just review the concept again. So here you could clearly see that momentum of a stock is based on, we can calculate the momentum of a stock based on the past returns. You can clearly see that the specific stock has given 100% of returns, but XYZ stock has given only 50% returns. So just by seeing, you can say that ABC is much more stronger when compared to XYZ when we are discussing about momentum. So we'll give the first rank. So that means the momentum in this specific two stocks, if you have to give momentum rank, we'll be giving first rank to ABC and second rank to XYZ. So select the stocks which have the lowest rank. Lower rank indicates that the stock is in high momentum. So that is what we have discussed right now in the video. So I hope you guys have understood what is stock momentum rank and how we are calculating. So this is calculated based on the past returns. So that is what, and that is how we calculate stock momentum rank. So let's get into the next slide. So what does stock outperformance score or rank means? It measures how the stock has performed in the last 55 trading sessions compared to Nifty. So here what we do is that suppose a stock ABC has rallied from 100 to 200 in a stipulated period of time and Nifty has given just say like 18,000 to 19,000. So ABC stock has given 100% of returns and in the same specific period of time Nifty hasn't given 100% of returns. It has given less than that. So you can clearly see that this stock ABC is outperforming Nifty. You can clearly see just by seeing the graph. So we try to find out these kind of stocks which are in strong momentum and take an action accordingly. It could be going short or long. So we are comparing the current stock and the past 55 trading days percentage of returns given by a stock with the percentage of returns given by the Nifty. So that is what we are comparing here. So if this specific ABC stock has given 100 percentage of returns and the XYZ stock has given, if suppose just for an example, it has just given 50 percentage of returns. So how do we give stock outperformance score is that we'll be giving first rank to ABC and the second rank to XYZ. I hope you guys are able to understand how we are calculating stock outperformance score. So just like momentum score, here we say that if any stock is having lower rank, we can clearly understand that the specific stock is in strong momentum and it is outperforming even the Nifty, that too very strongly. So that is what we need to understand. If we select these kind of stocks which are in strong momentum and it is outperforming each and every stock out there, suppose if you select the first momentum ranked stock and outperformance ranked stock, there is a high probability of these kind of stock to perform really well in the upcoming few days of time. So we would suggest you to select these kind of top rated stocks so that you will not stuck in any kind of situations. So what do you mean by sector momentum score? We have already discussed earlier, right? Stock, there we have discussed about stock momentum score or rank. So that is what we have discussed earlier. There we were comparing stocks, but here we are comparing sector performance. If a sector is performing really well, there is a high probability of that specific sector to perform really well even in the upcoming few days of time. So that is what we assume to be. So try to select the stocks where sectorial momentum rank is low. Suppose there is a sector which is IT sector. Just for an example, we'll take it. Suppose the IT sector is going up continuously. So, and also the sector rank of this IT sector is first. And we'll take an example of Infosys. If suppose the Infosys are also having a rank of 1 out of this IT sector stocks. So we would try to go long in these kind of stocks where stock is getting strong support from this sector. So that is what we need to look at. If the sector is performing really well and also the stock is performing really well, so there is a high probability and the chances of getting this specific trade to be a successful one increases. So that is what our motto is. We need to have the correlation between the sector and stock. So that is what we need to keep in mind. So what do you mean by sector rank today? So it shows the top performing sectors for today. So how we calculate it? Suppose we are having 2 to 3 sectors, just for an example. So since the opening period of time, a sector has given, say like 1% of returns. And the next sector has given 0.5 percentage of returns and simply like 0.25% and 0.1%. So just for an example, say like these 4 sectors has given the returns this way. So we say that this specific sector is showing some strong momentum when compared to the other stock. Especially in intraday, we try to select these kind of sectors as they are in strong momentum and it could also support this stock which is in the same sector. So we try to go long in these kind of situations especially. So let's discuss about how to select the stocks using momentum score. So for this, let's do the practical observation rather than discussing it in a theoretical way. So as I've already mentioned, this is the interface of momentum stocks. So you'll be able to get the momentum stocks in intraday scans. So here there is an option where you can switch between F and O and cash. If you select F and O, you'll be getting the stocks which are probably in F and O segment. If you select the cash, you will be probably getting the stocks which are in NSE 500. So you can switch the toggle between F and O and cash based on your wish. So here, important information of the stock such as the symbol, LTP, volume, momentum, score, and other technical indicators are shown. So let's take an example of a specific stock and discuss about each and every column one by one. So let us take an example of a stock called GNFC. Yes. Here we could clearly see that this is the last traded price of the stock. And these are the pictorial representation of the past 5 days candles. So I'll explain you how to make use of this candles as well. So just we'll go downside. Just for an example, I'll show you a small graph. Just for an example, you can take this Petronet stock. You could clearly see the stock has rallied down and it showed some pullback and trying to fall down further. So there is a high probability of this specific stock to go even further. So just by looking at the candles of the past 5 days, we'll be able to understand how the stock would perform in the future upcoming few days. So I hope you understood how to make use of the candles as well. So this is not the main thing that we need to look at. Just for an understanding, I have taken example of how to make use of candlesticks. So what does this volume mean? So for this, let's take an example and discuss in the chart. So here you could clearly see that today's volume is more when compared to the previous day. So what has happened here in intraday screen? So here you could clearly see that there is 113.55% increase in current trading days volume when compared to the previous trading day. So that is what we show here. When compared to the previous trading day, you can clearly see a strong jump on the current trading day. So that is what you get here. So you could clearly see, right, the stock was in strong momentum and it is consolidating at this specific level. So there is a high probability of this specific stock to continue its trend in the upcoming few days of time once the specific level is broken. So let's get into the intraday schema again. So now we need to understand what are these four numerical values. So if I'm not wrong, we have already discussed about all these four numerical values one by one. So let me just give what is what. So this is the momentum rank of a stock, and this is the outperformance rank of the stock. So this is the momentum rank of this sector. So this is the rank given to the sector on the current trading day, which has given the highest returns will be getting the rank of 1. So we would suggest you to take trades, especially in intraday, where the sector is strong and it has performed, and the sector should have performed really well, at least when compared to the other sectors. So here you could clearly see, right? We are comparing approximately 560 stocks, and the momentum rank is really good when compared to the other sectors, and outperformance rank is also really nice. And even when compared to the sector performance also, it is really nice and it is moderate. So on the current trading day, this sector was being performing really well. So we'll try to go long in these kind of stocks which are showing some sort of good strength, especially in intraday. So that is how we make use of this momentum column and momentum ranks as well. So here you can see, right, outperformance score of a specific stock. We calculate the outperformance score and it is shown in a decreasing way. So the first stock will be having the outperformance, highest outperformance score. So we try to give for, importance and some sort of more preference to the stocks which are in the top 20 to 30 stocks. If you want to go long or short in any specific stocks, especially if you want to go long in any specific stock, we would suggest you to go through the top 20 stocks listed down here. So there is a possibility where you can sort the conditions based on the outperformance or momentum rank of a stock, and also you can now reset it based on your wish. So when it comes to the RSI and ADX, what does RSI means? So before discussing about RSI, we'll discuss about ADX firstly. ADX is a momentum indicator with which you will be able to understand if the stock is in good momentum or not. So if the ADX is above 20, we can say that that specific stock is in good momentum. So when it comes to RSI, which is relative strength index, you need to understand 3 points. So RSI above 70, below 30, and greater than 50. If the RSI is above 70, we can say that that specific stock is in overbought zone. So we wouldn't go long in this kind of when the stock is in these kind of zones. So when the stock is in oversold zone, then RSI will be less than 30. So at these kind of situations, usually we prefer, but one point I'll explain you that if the stock was in strong momentum, usually the stock RSI will be above 30 for sure. So what we can do is that if we need to confirm if the stock RSI is above 50 or not. If the stock RSI is above 50, we can clearly understand that the specific stock is in strong momentum. So that is how we can make use of RSI and ADX. So here you can switch the toggle between index and stocks if you want to go and see how the stocks are performing and how the indexes are performing. You can also export the file just by clicking on export CSV. So based on this, you can analyze the other stocks as well. So I hope you guys have able to understood how to make use of momentum scans. So whatever points that I have discussed right now in the video, I have mentioned the points here. So you can pause the video for a while and just take a snap of it and go through the main important points in the upcoming few days of time while you want to take the trades using the momentum strategy. So I hope everyone has enjoyed the session. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you guys.